Hello and welcome to another edition of the River Oaks Report. I'm Blair Henley, joined by our very first player guest of the week, defending champion Stevie Johnson. Thank you so much for being with us, Stevie.
Glad I could be here.
All right, so you've won 2 titles in your career. One last year here on clay, one in Nottingham on grass. 2 very different surfaces. What does that say about the versatility of your game?
It raises a few questions, I think, because I consider myself to be a hard court player, just because that's what I grew up on my entire life and I feel most comfortable on. So still looking for that first title on hard court, but very happy to get a title here on clay in Houston, and my first one in Nottingham will always going to be very memorable.
Plenty of time for that hard court title. You are the defending champion here, obviously defending points as well. How do you avoid the pressure that can sometimes come along with that?
There's really nothing you can do other than go out and just compete and do what you can that week. It's if you take it week by week and look at it that way, then it's it's going to kind of stress you out every week, just because kind of how you did the year before. So I just take it with every tournament, try and win as many matches as possible, and look at the bigger picture, at overall how I've done for the entire year.
All right, so you took out Ernesto Escobedo, then Francis Tiafoe. Next up, your award, the #1 seed, and also a good buddy of yours, John Isner. How do you prepare for a match against a guy you've practiced with, played against so many times?
Yeah, it's always fun to play, somebody like that who's a good friend. So it's always tough, just because you want to go out there and get a win and try and beat your buddy. But win or lose, it's just a game. We're not gonna, our friendship and our it's not gonna be decided on a tennis court. So would love to play him. Obviously, would love to get a win. But if it doesn't go so well, then I know John will hopefully carry the flag proudly and try and win the tournament.
Champions here in Houston get to take a dive in the club pool. You did it last year. There was a little jackknife action in your jump. Should you be in that position again this year, will we possibly see different strategy in the pool jump this year?
There'll definitely be a different strategy in the pool jump. Last year I wasn't feeling so fresh physically, so I was a little worried. I'd land in the pool and maybe start cramping, and there was no lifeguard on duty, so I was kind of worried about my swimming ability. So I only went with the half, knee tuck thing. So hopefully I get a chance to redeem myself one of these years here and get a better pool jump in me.
And finally, we couldn't leave without talking about your upcoming wedding. We're in the days countdown now. Percentage-wise, how much of the planning did you actually participate in?
I don't think there's a percentage small enough for me to actually give you an accurate representation of what I did. I helped with a few things, but it's been I know Kendall's been a little bit more stressed than I have in the wedding planning, so she's kind of taking it easy right now, getting ready, and everything's done, and now we're just ready for the big day coming up soon. So we're looking forward to it.
Well, we're excited for you guys. We're going to finish up with a game I like to call "Oh Say Can You Stevie." Here's the deal.
I'm ready.
I'm going to give you a question. You tell me which American player it best applies to. Are you ready?
All right, I'm ready.
All right. Who has the best sense of humor?
Ooh, probably Sam Querrey.
Who is on their phone the most?
Probably Jack Sock, if I had to guess.
Who talks the most?
Probably Ryan Harrison.
All right. Who wore a
Sorry, is anybody sitting over there? I was like trying to look out of the corner of my eye.
Who wore a mustache best, you or Sam?
Oh God, it's just a no-brainer. That's myself.
Who spends the most time on their hair?
Ooh, probably Taylor Fritz.
Who is always late?
Taylor Fritz again. That's kind of an easy one, I think.
All right. Who is always eating?
John actually eats a lot. He's a big guy, loves to snack, but he's very good about what he eats. I don't see him eating too much junk food. So.
And finally, who loves clay the most?
Probably Jack. I think he's probably the clay court guru out of the group.
Well, so far, so good for you two, Stevie, here in Houston. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you next time for another edition of the River Oaks Report.